out there. First things first, my name is Kenneth Burke. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'm really happy because we got blessed with some wonderful news for our company. One of the things I need to do for my company more than anything in the world is to, shouldn't be eating when I'm saying this, was to get my company out of the box it's in right now. I don't get me wrong, I enjoy selling online. I do love doing business online, but I need other people to be able to see this screen in real life. You know, even though we do live streams, we need someone to be able to have witness of seeing these screens in real life. We got customers and all that. Yeah, that's great and all. That's fantastic. But we just need to have the screen on display that other people can gather around and see it. So I got that opportunity. We've been trying to we reached out to, we were trying it first, but they put us first in line. Among all the other people that they could have contacted, they contacted us. So today I got a chance to meet with them. I got a chance to see exactly where, when we painted the screens up, I'm going to be doing a setup for them for a project they've been working on. So we ended up basically not showing off the an area for us to work at, but they want us to do a setup for them in this environment. So I'm going to be doing a multi-screen paint down environment. They're going to be doing an interesting project. And on top of that, the beautiful blessing of it all, they had these massive windows. These windows are huge. And this is fantastic for the ad tech technology because, again, I needed the technology to be in the downtown area, in the area where the building's at. There's a lot of development going on. There's a ton of investors. This building is connected to a lot of investors, and there are investors that push in and out of the building all the time because they have all different forms of projects going on in the building. And this will allow my technology to get the exposure that it needs on so many levels. On top of it, I'm actually talking to another big investor right now who I talked to a little bit back and forth on the phone, and he's very interested in building capital right away for the company, so that way we can get it to that next level where it needs to be at. But right now, I'm working with someone right now on advertising and getting our product out there. On top of that, they're going to be using the technology. The beautiful thing I like about the black screens, because they do have white screens in there, and one of the problems they have with white screens is that no matter what projectors you're using, they really can't give you the detail and contrast and proper color that black technology can produce. I've been saying this for the longest time, that the gray screens just don't have that capability, and even the white screens have less than the gray screens, and you're just not going to get that color pop. You're not going to get that contrast, and one of the things you're not going to be able to achieve is ambient light environments, due to the fact that ambient light does not work well on gray screens. It's interesting how we had a fellow used to come in and talk about how black screens this and black screens that and this, that, and the other. And now he's working on darker technologies. But again, he needs much time to learn that. At the end of the day, that crap takes time. But anyway, it's funny how he's putting down the gray screen and uplifting darker technology when basically at one point he was basically not supporting it at all, period. So you can see right there when I told you that that is the only way to go, not with gray screen paint. So this is going to allow us to use 3D mapping applications. If you're interested in the ceiling technology, as we showed off yesterday, the floor technology you're also interested in, and some of the newer technology we'll be working on in 2024 that we're very interested in. So you get a chance soon to be able to see our displays that we're going to be setting up in this establishment, and also too the huge building that is going, it's like a 3-story building that we are going to be displaying the window technology too, which is going to be pretty cool. So that's it right there. I mean, right there, that's going to bring a great deal of capital. I've been trying to get the product and get somebody to be able to do this for us, where we can actually showcase the technology, keep in mind, the window advertising, all free. We're not paying one dime. They're letting us use their windows for free. And I need big windows for ad tech. So you ever seen ad tech? Ad tech is this crazy formula we developed that makes the glass look just like a TV. They saw it, they were impressed with it. They want huge fish tanks in the windows. They want snowflakes. And mind, they can change their windows out at will without being able to put up decorations or monitors and all that stuff. This technology will change that at will. So I was asked tons of questions about the technology. One of the things did come up: could it be duplicated with just black paint? Could it be duplicated with fabrics and so forth? And we explained to them no, because due to the fact that we had the test to back our products. We ensure our products are tested. And this is very, very important. The environment that my screen is going to be in, a gray screen won't survive in there. And we're going to show you why. It won't pick up. The environment has way too much light in there. Only a black screen can survive in that environment. This is why I tell you, if I'm using gray screens for business, bad idea. You just set back your business to the Stone Age. This is an ancient screen along with the white screen. There is no way in the world we can get any gray screen to fire up in those environments. Virtually impossible. And they're demanding heavy contrast levels at that. A lot of these establishments, some establishments we're going to be working with, we're not going to have the money for very high and expensive projectors. And even with the high and expensive projector, you're not going to get the contrast level we can get from a black screen. So they loved it. They actually loved it. They can't wait to get set up. We can start getting the agreement set up and start painting our screens in and showing it off. And then after that, we can start working on the window display. I'm already looking at videos. We can get probably about 10-hour loop videos, no commercials, stuff like that, so we can actually display on the glass. So this is going to be interesting. So they have a lot of backers. They have a lot of Kickstarters, everything I could possibly need, investors, banks, whatever I need to get sources of money to increase the business. The trade for trade is you set up in our shops, which is not a problem. And we'll go in and we'll basically set you up with what you need at the end of the day. So having a spot to be able to paint and play around that big, oh my goodness, man. When I was walking around that building, it's a 3-story building. Walking around the building, like, man, I get to play in this building all day. It is freaking massive. So that's fun that I get a chance to work in a place that big. It's going to be nice to basically have it set up someplace other than inside my home all day, because this way, people are walking in and out of this building all the time. They have huge events, all kinds of stuff, and they'll get a chance to walk around and see that technology everywhere. And again, personal message to you naysayers out there. All that nonsense about, oh, this technology doesn't work. It's too dark. You can't even see it. Blah, 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 blah. I find it interesting that it works every place else on the planet. My screen is literally just about every place in the world. And it works every place else. But for some reason, when it gets near you guys, it doesn't function at all. So, if my product does what you claim it does, and I'm definitely going to put you on blast for this one, you knew it was coming. If my product doesn't work as you claim it does, then there is no way on God's green earth it's going to pull up in that environment. And what excuse are you going to use? When it's sitting there, shining like a star, producing at 100% in all its glory, what are you going to say? Oh, he's using special ISOs. How the freak I'm going to be using an ISO if it's done in live and there's people walking back and forth and seeing the screen? How is that going to be possible? Oh, he's got some kind of brainwashing. You guys need to cut it out. Y'all stone throw away sitting behind a 7-Eleven, like I said, with a tinfoil hat, talking about the alien planets behind the moon. About a stone throw away wearing a jumpsuit, to tell you the truth, honestly. So yeah, that's going to put all these jokers on blast from the door. As I told you before, it comes down to strictly jealousy. That's what it comes down to. Because they can't go anyplace else, they can't do anything else. As a matter of fact, a perfect example of this. I told you that black technology is the future. Did I not say that? Now, the one fellow, we're not going to mention his name, we call him the philosopher, who goes on and on and on when we first started about how gray screens were the best and how black screens this and black screens that, has now removed all his gray screens. We know why, but removed his gray screens. He only has dark screens. And because of that, he talks about how the black technology is better, it pulls a better color in his terms, or whatever what he's saying, but we know what he's saying. So at the end of the day, even he has acknowledged that black is the future, even though he's basically going in the wrong direction with it, but yeah. So no, gray screens is an obsolete product. We would never be to get that to work in that environment, which will show you on camera in front of a bunch of people that a gray screen paint and white screen paint is obsolete anywhere. Any place we set up, we will be showing people why gray and white screens don't work. The benefit of a white screen is the fact that you can coat it over with our technology, and it's not an expensive surface to coat over. The benefit of a gray screen is nothing. It will not pick up 100% white levels next to a white screen. It does not see contrast 100% next to a black screen. Neither nor can it pick up color on either side. So what good is it? It's an obsolete product. So I'm happy about this. Got up early in the morning, did all what I had to do, and then basically got done there, had the meeting, got home, went right to sleep because I was tired. I went to go visit family after that, and then went to sleep. Got home, I was tired. But to be able to put the ad technology on a window, 3 windows at that. No, actually we got 2 bottom windows, and we got the 2 top windows. They're going to allow us to be to use at will. So that is going to bring a lot of business, because like I said, it's a high development area. They're building a lot of condos or restaurants and all kinds of stuff. And to be able to see that technology on display on that level, every store down there is going to want that technology in their windows. As for the black technology, they have investors that are sellers of the hammer pipes. They have investors that actually go through the building quite a bit, and they actually are going to be bragging and talking about the new screens that they're going to be installing in. Black screens, which the investors are kind of baffled because they've never seen a black screen before. So that's going to be interesting. It's not only alone with the fact they're going to be wild over the technology, but the fact that they can walk in, fully lit environment, they're to change all cheap projectors going to be used in the demonstration, and again, it's a black screen. Now see, what can I say? Put it this way. Application wise, that also came up. How hard is it to paint the screen in? Oh, those are things that popped up. Can I duplicate the screen? Thank you for you guys for doing that little test for us at the end of the day. We actually showed them the demonstrations. They found it quite hilarious watching you guys struggle to make our product and us coming in and basically leveling you by making the product. So they found that hilarious. We'll use that for quite some time. Basically all the tests we did, black versus black and different forms of projectors and stuff like that. Yeah, they checked all that out. Your stuff has to be tested. No one's going to touch you unless your stuff is tested. That's how it works. Whether you don't want to do it or not, you have to do it. No one will touch you. It'll come up from time to time. Came up multiple times in the conversations. Product being true ambient light projection technology. They're not going to dim the environment to accommodate the screen. He had to know somebody for that one, because no company's going to do that. That's the lighting they have in that environment. That's how they have it set up. If your product doesn't work in there, you can go kick rocks. They'll go buy a TV. They got the money. So they're not changing anything in the environment to accommodate the screen. That's how it works. They showed me a couple of huge areas where they want these screens painted up at. And they strictly explain that, we're not changing anything. This light is a screen going to be produced. We know that we don't want it. We want a screen that's going to operate like a TV. We could do that outside, no problem. Speaking outside, they also have outdoor events too. So we'll be doing that too also. So this is fantastic. Like I said, it'll give us a lot of publicity at the end. And this is going to channel a lot of business directly to my website. A lot. So yeah, my YouTube numbers are going to jump by a lot. So that'll be interesting. So and also too, on top of that, this basically puts on blast a lot of the haters too on top of that. Man, this is gonna be fun. You know how easy it's going to be for me to install? I had to put 13 screens in. You know how easy it's for me to install my screen paint in? The walls are not childproof. I'm going to run over that place like a steamroller on a box of eggs. It's going to be so easy for me to set up in there. As for the other fellow who has the multi-complicated instructions, Yeah, it'll take you forever to paint in there. Us, on the other hand, we'll blow right through that place in no time at all. We're going to map out all the projectors, do all the installments. Everything will be done live. They have Wi-Fi through the entire building, so that's all free. I run all my projectors. Electricity is all free for us. Everything's free. All they want to do is make sure we can set up their whatever they want, their project, and whatever we need afterwards, it's all taken care of. It's in the agreement. So yeah, I'm going to put some big screens in there, some really big monster screens in there. They were showing this one wall, I can at least get about 300-inch screen in there with no problem. I have never got a chance to install a 300-inch. Oh, that's going to be great. The way to go in and just paint screens up anywhere I want, hook up projectors. And mind you, our projectors are cheap. We're not using expensive projectors. Our projectors are under $500. You know how cheap that is for a company to set up? We can literally set up an ultra short throw projector under $200 in there with no problem. See, that's the reason why when people are mocking us about, oh, he just uses 720p, he doesn't use 4K, he doesn't use this, that, and the other. It comes down to cost-wise. It's expensive. And some places will spend the money and some people don't. If you can get a 720p projector like our technology at the end of the day, anything else is a cakewalk. It's not hard to do 4K. Gee whiz, that's extremely easy. It's a more advanced projector. It should be easy, right? Okay, somebody sent about 8K. 8K is not hard to do. It's an 8K projector, literally. Only problem is 8K is going to, why 8K projector won't work on a gray and white screen, and we're buying one too. At the end of the year, I'm buying an 8K projector, like 10 grand. But the reason why an 8K projector won't work on a gray and white screen, because it can't register contrast and color. It won't pick it up. Not next to that black technology behind me. Oh, ceiling display? They fell in love with it. So they do help for kids to have OCD, I think it is. And some of them can't learn to relax or calm down. And having a ceiling displayed with all kinds of beautiful art basically would be fantastic for them. So we're donating that. We're actually installing that in for free. We're trying to donate it for free. So there's a lot of funding they do with that building. They do basically for feeding the homeless, which is something I wanted to get into because I wanted to get into helping other people out, donating money to different charities, and they do a lot of charity work. So majority of my money that I will be making off these transactions, I'll be pushing that money right back into their business to basically help other people out that are unfortunate, who do not have enough to eat, kids who don't have enough to eat, and all kinds of things that need help. People need help at the end of the day. So that's a fantastic place that I basically grind my roots at. Anybody's out there, and yes, it's Christian based too. It's also too Christian based, which is actually another beautiful thing. So that's beautiful that basically that the funding and the ability to be able to build our capital, build our company, but also too, we can push that money back into that organization to help them to grow so they continue to help people who need it the most. Win-win situation all the way around. All right, well, that's basically about it. I got some floor plans to look at. I'm going to be walking through there tomorrow again to have a look around. I'm not posting anything yet in the establishment until we get everything set up. I'm going to get a chance to paint the screens down. And if I get full permission from them, which shouldn't be a problem, to go in and basically post a video. We will not be doing the videos through hot mic due to the fact that it's a shame. We would love to, but we can't because we have people that are extremely ignorant, do not know how to control themselves, and they act like little small children. So at the end of the day, we can't do that at the end of the day. Sorry, naysayers, you just have too many problems at the end of the day. You have all kinds of stalking issues and everything else going on. And some of that stuff is a little bit too weird at the end of the day. And again, I don't want to be bothered with the negativity. All right, well, let's see. That's basically about it. I got some projects got to work on, and on two, I got another contract I'm working with the partner who's going to be helping me out. I'm going to be helping him out. We're helping each other out. I'll work on some projects, some stuff he's going to be doing in the summer to expand his business. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.